we know that the issue of economics and economics is a crucial issue across regions and countries of the world because the resources is reducing, and that is the reason why consideration for economics is at the center stage. It drives policy direction, it drives resource allocation across countries and among um, the policymakers, politicians all over the world are trying to look at the best use and in such a way that we'll get value for money. And that also comes to individuals. And that is the reason why this topic is very, very important and crucial. The healthy living, a major driver towards economic prosperity. And so I just want to share my slide without wasting much time so that we can all journey together. Before going, I want to appreciate my sister, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining all the way from United States. I can see you there. Thank you. All right. So let us move. I will be using this outline for my teaching tonight, and I want to just encourage each and every one of us as we continue. Please just jot down your question. By the grace of God, we'll be able to provide justice to all your questions. So I'll quickly look at the brief definition of healthy living. Then I will delve into just an overview of financial prosperity, after which I will establish a nexus between healthy living and economic prosperity. Then we'll look at the economic benefits of healthy living to individuals. We'll look at economic benefits of healthy living to nations. And then we'll have a global perspective, and that is where we'll conclude. So, what is healthy living? It refers to a series of lifestyles that seeks to promote overall well-being by making choices that benefit physical, mental, and emotional health. And this is not the news to many of us. We know that there are some measures that are very crucial to our health, like regular physical activities. WHO recommend 30 minutes of mild to moderate exercise every day and 150 minutes of such exercise in a week. In other words, this exercise can be maybe brisk walking. It can be maybe running, just mild running. And some people, it could be cycling over a distance for 30 minutes in a day for 5 days in a week. And that will guarantee that you are physically active. And we see sedentary lifestyles responsible for most of the chronic diseases that we have in the world. These inactivities cost NHS UK, NHS England, nothing less than 300 billion pounds every year. So it's representing a significant public health challenge, especially in OECD countries, that is the high income countries. And then we look at balanced nutrition. That is very important and key. Adequate sleep, hydration, that is sufficient hydration, preventive health care, which includes regular checkups, vaccinations, and etc. So all these are components that come together to to make a person individual healthy. So when we imbibe all this as a lifestyle, it is safe to conclude that such a person is living healthy. So it's not standing in isolation. It's a combination of all these factors that culminate in healthy living. And then we'll look at the economic prosperity, which refers to a state in which individuals, businesses, nations experience financial growth, financial stability, and overall well-being. These are key important terminologies which we will shed more light to as we continue. But then just to mention that financial growth involves increase in your financial earnings, increase in your balance, in the balance, your account balance, increase in your productivity. Uh-huh. So that is financial growth. And financial stability talks about a state at which you are capable to afford your needs. You are capable to afford what you want. That is financial stability without a fear of unknown or immediate economic challenge. And then overall well-being. This is multifactorial, uh, and it differs from one person to another. But the baseline definition is a state whereby you are not having any challenge to your health. Somebody who has career progression and then who has not lost any promotion in the office, we can say, or he can refer to himself as being as having an overall well-being. But then we know that it is multifactorial, and we'll see this as we continue. And then it said, allowing them to live a fulfilling and a secure life. That is career success, good health, personal fulfillment, access to opportunities, work-life balance, relationship health, social health. You know, those are the components that are responsible for economic prosperity. Now, it's also very important as a form of foundation laying and housekeeping that we define different components of wellness and healthy living. We have the physical health, which talks about the ability to engage in activities that promote proper functioning of the body, ensuring strength and absence of disease. Just as we have mentioned that physical activities like exercise, like jogging, like running, like brisk walking, you know, like standing on ego bicycle or treadmill for 30 minutes every day, for 5 days in a week, it's very, very important and crucial towards optimizing physical health. And then another component that is very crucial is mental health. Mental health is very prevalent in this part of the world, especially in high income countries. It's also seen in low and middle income countries. And the mental health issues is crucial. It significantly affects the quality of life that individuals live as a result of challenges to mental health. And what is mental health? Mental health is ability to think clearly, ability to learn, ability to cope with life challenges, you know, ability to operate in high cognitive functions, ability to grasp, to pay attention to details, ability to grasp things, you know. And of course, we know some of mental health is reading, you know, information, gathering, intellectual discourse that can be stimulating to the mental activity, to the cognitive activity. And this is saying in high level of problem solving skills. Some people they have an enhanced mental health in which any challenge that they handle, they are good at it. This is also the department of the brain that is responsible for skill acquisition and expertise. Mental health is very, very crucial. And when there is a challenge to that, of course, we have a lot of challenges to mental health. In fact, most of the nursing and homes in UK and also in part of North America, Canada, United States, they are filled with people that have citizens that have mental health challenges. And we see it in schizophrenia, manic, panic attack, panic disorders, personality disorders, depressions, and just mention them. Also, we have emotional health. Emotional health is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions effectively. This is very crucial. Ability to understand yourself, understand your threshold, understand your boundaries, understand what you can do, and then ability to grow, to develop capacity to control your emotions. Ability to control your emotions, the way you respond to situations, the way you control yourself from being annoyed at situations. People that have not developed their emotional health, they are easily destabilized by events in life. I think we mentioned this the last time I came on the program. So it is also very important component that is crucial to overall well-being. Then we have social health, that is ability to interact. It's usually said that man is a social being that longs to interact with his fellow human being. So ability to make meaningful relationships, ability to keep relationship, ability to invest in strategic relationship is a very important component of mental health. And people that don't have that, they are very predisposed to depression. They are very predisposed to social issues. There are so many of them out there. So social health is a very important component. And then I added this, which is important too, spiritual health. What is spiritual health? Ability to derive a sense of purpose and inner peace. Ability to derive meaning for life, ability to have connection to something greater than oneself. It is very, very important and crucial. And you see some people, they believe in God. That is Christianity, and that is where I belong. I believe in Almighty God, the one and holy supreme God. And also you see Islam also believe in one God. Aha. And then that is spiritual health. And then people have different kind of things that they believe in, they run to for solace, for sense of peace, for inner peace and connection. That is also a very crucial component of well-being, wellness. This is very important as a foundation laying because we will refer to that as we continue. Now, there is this common saying that health is wealth. And I try to look at, is this statement true or it just belongs to certain philosophy by some group of people? And I discovered that it is very, very true. Health is actually the foundation for wealth. The saying health is wealth, it emphasizes the invaluable fact, good health in leading a prosperous and a fulfilling life. But it's very surprising to see many of us have cars and we service our cars at regular intervals. Why do we do that? Because we want the cars to last long. We want the car not to embarrass us on the road. We want the car to really help us to, to manage our day-to-day activities. But then we neglect our health. We neglect our health. We don't check our health. We don't check ourselves. And then we move around. In UK, I've seen many people, especially the new immigrants, that will take 2 or 3 shifts. They barely have time to sleep, to walk, to rest. And at the end of the day, when they make the money, their health fails them. And as the health fails them, they now spend the money they have made to treat the health. And unfortunately, it's usually said that it is prevention is cheaper, is better than cure. At the end of the day, they suffer some complication from the neglect of their health. But then it is important for us to know that health is the foundation of every success and happiness and material wealth. That is the fulcrum that balances life. Once health begins to fail, aspiration disappears. Once an individual's health begins to fail, all the plans and ambitions will go in a trickle in a flash, because what? Health is the foundation for every enduring wealth. So one needs to take pragmatic and a conscious effort to invest in his health, invest in health promotive measures, and invest in preventive strategies to ensure that the health is optimized. All right, so now having established the relationship between health and wealth, we want to look at what are the economic impact of healthy living. What are the economic impact? How does my being healthy, how does it positively impact on my financial status? How does it put more money in my pocket? And the first one that I want to talk about is to look at the physical health. Since we have fragmented the topic healthy living into different components, and I need to say that the list that I gave here is not exhaustive enough, but these are the 5 most important and components of well-being. There is one that we have occupational health, we have environmental health, we have financial health, so many components, but these are the 5 major basic components of well-being. So now, want to look at physical health. What effect, what economic prospects are there for me exercising myself, for me eating well, not just quantity, but quality in a balanced way? What benefit do I stand to gain? The benefit that you stand to gain is that you remain healthy, and that because you remain healthy, you build immune system that is strong enough to respond to any external challenge. You build immune system that is strong to fight the reticuloendothelial system, the white blood cells, the all those immune infrastructure that is responsible for fighting the invasion of germs and diseases. You build them, and then you are strong enough to so you have your immune system is strong and you don't visit hospital. By so doing, we don't usually look at that. Most of the times we don't pay attention to that. But by so doing, you have reduced medical costs. You are able to work more and you have fewer sick days. This is very, very important. But because we don't pay attention to it, we don't know that because we have strong health, we are actually making more money as a result of the investment in health. As a result of the investment in health. And that is why it's my usual practice to encourage people to be on normal supplement, to be on supplement regularly, something you are taking out because you are sick, but just to augment for vitamins or any other important nutrient that you might not be getting as a result of work or busy schedule. Very, very important. Another benefits, economic benefits of investing in physical health is increased productivity and job performance. It is very important that we stress this, that it produces increased productivity. You are productive. You are able to multitask. You are able to make your life count. As you are working, your brain is clear because you slept well, you have adequate sleep, you are eating well, that is balanced nutrition, and you are doing exercise very well. You are able to fight sedentary lifestyles that leads to all these chronic diseases. And as a result of that, you are productive, you are energetic, you are vibrant, and you are able to that are some people that operate that have this buoyant physical health, can multitask, they can do so many things at the same time and then bring result on different fronts of workloads, because what they have a very sound physical health. And then of course, lower insurance premium. We all know that when you get to the hospital and you want to subscribe for maybe private insurance or social insurance, they will give you a form to have an holistic understanding of how your health is, and then your responses to those questions will give the service provider an understanding of how severe a picture of your health, your physical health, and that will determine the kind of premium that you'll be placed on. For those that have an optimized health outlook, they have a lower insurance. So that is also, by doing so, you are saving costs. In financial management, we are taught that operating monthly budgets is one of the secrets towards financial management and financial security. And one component of that monthly budget is you budget something for for health. But if you are optimizing your health very well, you discover that you will always have that component of your budget available as budget excess at the end of the month. So by so doing, you are saving costs and you are living strong, and you are pursuing your dreams, you are achieving your goals, you are working towards the fulfillment of your purpose, and you are happy. So that is also very important and crucial. The next one I want to look at is the economic benefits of mental health. Economic benefits of mental health. It results in lower stress-related absenteeism. The truth is, if you have not had enough sleep over the night, there is no way you can perform optimally at work the following day. And if you don't perform at optimally at work, then it start affecting your productivity. And that is the reason why some people have problems in their workplace. So this is also very important. And it also improves focus and innovation in the workplace. It reduces fatigue, it reduces cerebral overload, and then it increases attention. It increases concentration. I remember some years ago when I was in Nigeria working with the parliament. I was in the hospital, and uh, one of the parliamentarian, that's the congressman, came in, and he told me that for the past like few months, that anytime he enters the plenary, he doesn't understand why he will not be able to hold it for 20 to 30 minutes. He will have started sleeping. And that it has become an embarrassment even among his colleagues. And when we try to look at what could be the problem, we discover that he wasn't having adequate sleep in the night. So as small as sleep is, it can actually affect productivity at workplace. Uh, so then there is decreased healthcare expenses. Of course, we know globally mental health treatment is usually very cost intensive. Then we'll look at nutrition and economic growth. Nutrition is very, very important to have balanced nutrition. It causes reduced risk of chronic diseases, and we know also that chronic diseases is one of the reasons why many are tilted to catastrophic health expenditure, especially for those that are in countries, middle income countries, low income countries, where payment payment for healthcare is usually through out of pocket. As a result of that, many have been tilted towards catastrophic health expenditure, has tilted the families below the poverty line. And so when the chronic diseases are reduced, it helps individuals to achieve economic growth and financial stability. It also helps to enhance cognitive function and productivity. It helps to enhance cognitive function and productivity. The reason is this: the fuel for the brain is glucose, and glucose is derived from food, carbohydrate food, but then it can be converted from other sources of nutrients. But when food is not taken, the brain is depleted of fuel, and so the brain goes to the muscle, goes to the liver, and stimulates a process called glycogenolysis. What it means is that it starts breaking down fat and muscle cells to supply glucose, to relocate the glucose to the brain. And so that is the reason why it is important to have a balanced nutrition, because when you don't have that, it helps to enhance your cognitive function at workplace, thereby boosting your productivity. But if you don't eat well, there's no way you can have optimal cognitive function, and it's going to directly affect the economy. Uh, then the preventive healthcare and financial stability. Early disease detection reduces long-term expenditure. And the reason why many people, especially in countries whereby there's co-payments or there is out-of-pocket payments, the reason why many of them they are confronted with humongous healthcare costs that is beyond what they can afford. Is because of late presentation. And I saw a lot of cases like that while working in Nigeria as a low middle income country. Late presentation is one of the major reasons for mortality, especially in low middle income country. So vaccinations, it helps prevent invasion of germs and infectious organisms. And then regular checkups. This is very important. We usually say for men, once you are more than 40, you need to do regular PSA. You need to do regular prostatic surface antigen test. Reason is that prostate grows normally it starts growing in a male child, in a male that is more than 40. And so if there is any risk in the family, there is need for regular checkup. Then there are some that are very easy to check. That is blood pressure, blood sugar, you know, blood cholesterol, all these things are very easy to check. You don't wait until you are sick before you check yourself. Prevention will always be cheaper. Prevention will always be better than cure. That is the truth. And so, and it also helps to improve life expectancy so that the individual can work and earn more. Then, of course, we have seen cost effectiveness of corporate wellness program in some different countries. For example, Singapore was able to save billions of dollars because from the healthcare expenditure, because of their very effective and their regular ongoing wellness program. They pay attention more to preventive healthcare rather than the primary care, the other part or other forms of care that is being focused in other parts of the world. So I saw this interesting picture, and it's very interesting to me, and I decided to bring it up that there is this symbiotic relationship between health and wealth. In fact, it's like a cyclical relationship. On the right hand side, the left side, better health allows people to gain and sustain employment. It takes strong health, it takes strong body and system to be able to work, to pursue dreams, and to attain financial freedom. It takes strong mind, it takes strong health, and for one to do that. Then it reduces the cost that people face from ill health. It reduces it. It may not be seen like something you measure up objectively, but if you don't have that health, you will have lost a lot of things and you will have spent money on that ill health. Then it allows people to have more options, such as a more active life. May decide to relocate from where you are to another country. You may decide to do, upgrade of the home appliances. You may decide to build a bigger house, buy a better car, enjoy, raise the standard of living. Why? Because there is health to enjoy that. Now, when the money is now made, the money is spent to also increase the health. So it is a cyclical way, because as you do those things, you are happy, it enhances your emotional health. You buy some things, you are able to afford some things. Maybe you might be able to go and pursue some courses or more courses to enhance your skills. That is, you are feeding your mental health. Then you are able to buy maybe a go bicycle, or a bicycle to walk in the neighborhood, to ride in the neighborhood, or a treadmill. You are investing the money you have made because of your strong health to optimize your health. And this is what is expected of us, that the money we have made, we are expected to use it to optimize our health, because health is the foundation for wealth. I just saw it. I said I would love to bring it up to discuss that. To to access quality health, too, you need money. And then to make more money, you need health. So it's like a dual relationship. Now I want to look at what are the economic impacts on countries. This is very, very important. Investing in healthcare is a hallmark of prosperous nations. All the OECDs, all the high income countries, they all have special consideration for the healthcare of the people. They pay serious attention to the to the health sector of the citizens. And I also observe that conversely, there's something that is very common to all the low middle income countries. They neglect their health sector. And that neglect is evidently seen by the major resources they budget to their health sector. And the ripple effect of that is that because many people are not, they are not healthy, it comes back to affect the productivity of their workforce. And then it has a direct impact on their GDP, and the GDP kept going down. In Africa, over 100 billion people, over 100 billion people, according to published studies, cannot have ill health, cannot work as the result of ill health. So we can see the economic impact and burden of that to the African economy, that this workforce, if they are healthy and they join the workforce, it will have had a positive effect on the GDP of African nations. So the first point I want to discuss is lower government healthcare spending. Lower government healthcare spending. Countries investing in wellness programs, they reduce their public healthcare costs. They reduce public healthcare costs. Take an example in United Kingdom. At least I'm very familiar with the operation of NHS and what is going on here. You'll discover that the public cost that is given to the cost that is given to public health is minimal. It's a smaller fraction of the NHS cost, NHS allocation, compared to other countries like Latin America, India, Africa, and all those other countries, because what they are still battling with humongous public health challenges, and it's traceable to, so they are spending a lot of money. Yes, they budget low money to the sector, but they are spending more to combat with the diseases that is facing the citizens. And so governments that invest in preventive health programs spend less on treating severe illnesses later. So it is usually in a long run. Investment in healthcare is always strategic, is always long time. Is always long time. And encouraging lifelong healthy habits can reduce the need for costly elder care services, such as nursing homes and assisted living. I think that's one of the problems we're facing in United Kingdom. Canada is already facing this now, and they are trying to combat it by bringing in care visa. Now they want to open it up, want to face, because people are living longer now, and the problem is, because they are living longer, the health system is now overwhelmed by myriads of age-related sicknesses, chronic diseases. But spending health money on the healthcare helps to mitigate this. Also, government often fund healthcare services through taxpayer money. For example, we see the Medicaid in United States, Medicare in United States, NHS in England, and then some other countries where health is funded through publicly pooled resources. They seems to have a better approach to optimizing the healthcare, the health of the people, and compared to those that leave it to out-of-pocket payments, because there is no financial risk protection in such. A healthier population requires fewer medical services, reducing government expenditure on healthcare program. I'm trying to close. I'll close in a moment, in the next 10 minutes. Wealthy nation prioritize health spendings. I just saw some statistics which I feel is exciting to bring to support my point. In 2023, US healthcare expenditure reached $4.9 trillion. And this is in multiple of so many countries' total budget. At least I'm sure this one is more than Nigerian budget, total budget. So that shows to us the government will, the willpower that the government has to combat and confront health challenges in the country, which represents 17.6% of the nation's gross domestic product. In 2022, UK's health expenditure per capita reached $4.440, and about $1 billion was spent annually by NHS England on programs to combat obesity and physical activity. So when we talk about health issues, it's not only infectious disease. This is a chronic disease and is traceable to sedentary lifestyle. That is why even researchers, we are encouraged that when you work on a system for some time, you stand up, you walk around, you walk for like 1 hour, you come back, you move around, you come back, just to ensure that you dissipate energy, you exercise yourself, and then to affect certain chronic conditions from taking place. Mental health alone costs England about £300 billion annually to prevent losses in productivity, social care, and health services. These are pragmatic efforts that NHS England, they are doing to ensure that all these issues of public health concerns are they are brought down, and they are managed adequately, and that is what it should be. But there must be a government will to ensure that health is optimized for the people. And by rolling out programs, campaigns, sensitization programs, and then trainings for people to pay attention to their health. And then they can incentivize some programs, some trainings, some workshops to attract people to those kind of steps. Germany consistently allocates a significant portion of its GDP to healthcare, with health spending accounting for a substantial share of the nation's economic output. Germany has almost 100%, I think 70 to 100% universal health care coverage. So they do most social insurance. Through social insurance, they've been able to have a good coverage for the country. And Canada's health spending per capita is among the highest globally, reflecting the country's commitment to accessible healthcare for all citizens. Then there's direct relationship between healthy workforce and GDP growth, because healthier workforce means fewer sick days, higher efficiency, and economic prosperity. For example, the United States economy loses approximately $260 billion annually due to lost productivity from chronic diseases. So it's very, very important. And also countries with healthy workforce attract more foreign direct investments as businesses prefer locations with low healthcare costs and high productivity. Healthy living supports entrepreneurship as people with good mental and physical health are more likely to start and sustain health and sustain businesses. In conclusion, health is a long-term financial investment. It's a long-term financial investment. You may not see the benefits now, but in the next 20, 30 years, that is when you benefit the exercise that you are doing today. That is when you benefit it. You benefit from it. Wellness leads to increased income, lower expenditures, and business growth. Governments, businesses, and individuals benefit financially from a healthy population. The future of prosperity depends on prioritizing health. So the more as we are going, we have drives, want to increase work, want to increase our income. Let us put health investment in all these things. That's why I put this picture there. Is a balance scale. You need to balance the drive for more money with the drive for optimizing your health. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Femi. Very inspirational and very interesting topic. So our topic tonight was about healthy living, a major driver of economic prosperity. And Dr. Femi spoke about that health is a long-term financial investment. Wellness leads to increased income, lower expenses, and business growth. We're going to throw it out. Is there any comments, any questions you'd like to ask? Please feel free to do so.
Someone who is part of this program but is struggling with putting the question on the chat box has sent this to me. He said, "Thank you very much, Doctor, for your educative presentation. But is it possible to measure my health vis-a-vis my finances?"
Okay. I think it's possible if you pay attention to details about yourself. The reason why some people could not do that earlier is because they don't even know and that is the reason why this kind of forum is coming and this topic, that you pay attention to different components of your health, and then you do an honest review of how you are doing. For example, physical health. We've discussed the preventive health. When last did you check your BP? What is the picture in the last 5 weeks, for example. And I want to advise for as many of us that are more than 40, it's very crucial for you to have a chart where you need to have this handheld, portable BP machine where you can just check yourself regularly. The truth is, once you cross 40, you are becoming old. That is the truth. And you need to start checking to be sure you have on the spot understanding of the picture of your health. So as a person been doing that, what is his health seeking habit? How has it been in the recent time? If it's not there, the person can rate himself that I'm not doing very well here, and this is where I have to work on. Then we'll look at exercise, for example. Have I been engaged in physical exercise? What have I been doing? Very, very important. We can do that. You check that, and then you score yourself. How is my social interaction with people? Then how is my mental health? Very important. Mental health is a big topic, especially in NHS here. And there are places where one can get help for mental health. So I believe that one can have an honest review of his state of health from this topic today, and then measure it with his finances. In other words, okay, how much have I saved? If you have been paying attention to your health, your wealth too, you're operating on budget. How much have I saved for not spending money on treatment? So I believe it's possible, and that's what everybody, the target should be. Thank you.
Olusola said, would you agree, doctor, that there should be more preventative care than cure within NHS instead of drugs with side effects?
100%, absolutely. In fact, I think there's need for prioritizing preventive health and services in NHS than what is obtainable at the moment. Now we do more of curative, and that is why the humongous the financial burden for some of us that read reports from NHS now. NHS is struggling to cope with this free at point of care stuff, and they are considering co-payments. And we know, some of us know, that there's no way they can hold this forever. A time must just come when they will face it and say, no, we go to co-payment. So I agree with you absolutely.
Brilliant stuff.
I've got a question, Olga.
Yes, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I came by a patient some time ago who said he stopped using the blood pressure machine. And I said, why? He said even within 5 minutes when he used it gives him different results. And he thinks it's just not worth it. What advice do you have for people like him and others that are doubting the results of the blood pressure machine?
Thank you, sir. I will advise, it's quite true that with the automated machine, there is risk of error. The error, especially with continuous usage, you might be getting some far-reaching values, which might make you to which might pose a doubt to the validity of those results. What I advise, generally we know that the one that is done with maybe mercury in glass, or the one that is manual, is more accurate than the the automated one, though I've not stumbled on any research to prove that. But then from experience, I know that that one is more reliable. If you have done 2 or 3 times and you are not sure, you can ring your GP. You can ring your GP, you just want to come in to check. And you'll get a date or a time. If you are lucky to have a colleague who has a mercury in glass, that would be very good. But then if there is none, you can ring your GP and that you want to come and check. The most important is to check and be sure. Then too, for those that have automated, because that is the usual user-friendly one that many of us will have. You can have like three consecutive values and find the mean, divide it by 3, just to have it will give you a rough estimate of how you are doing. It will give a rough estimate. It's going to be very hard for all the 3 or 4 times that you check to be in error completely. No, it will give a rough idea.
Okay. Thank you. Teresa said, thank you so much, doctor. I've learned so much. How much sleep should one have in 24 hours? And is there a specific time for sleep for some of us who do permanent night shifts?
Okay, well, there's no specific time, but then WHO recommends 6 to 8 hours of sleep for optimum wellness and clarity of cognitive function. 6 to 8 hours is recommended. There is no particular time. However, we as practitioners, we recommend that whenever you want to sleep, it should be a place where you can have deep sleep. What refreshes you is the one that you can actually sleep and you sleep deep. So if you are on permanent night, just ensure that when you come back the following day, you have a time to sleep, and then it should be outside any form of distraction so that it can be therapeutic. Sleep is therapeutic on its own. Sleep is, and there are sleep centers everywhere. Yes, in UK.
Dr. Joel, you want to come online and say something? You've put it in the chat box, but you're more than welcome to come and say what you're saying.
We also have
So thank you for
us before.
Yeah.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you for this opportunity, and thank you, presenter, for the well-researched work on this. It was very rich. And based on that particular question, what I put in the chat is that from professional point of view, that whenever anyone observe abnormal reading with the digital, it is advised that they use the mercury in glass sphygmomanometer to validate it. So this means that the person may need to go to the hospital, and as the speaker said, that probably you call your GP, and then so that they can now look at it. Although most of the hospitals these days also they use the electronic, the digital one, but when the digital is, whenever you have abnormal finding, it is generally advised that we use the mercury in glass, because it is believed that the mercury in glass is more stable, and the value can be relied upon.
Thank you.
So on behalf of every one of us, I want to say thank you so very much, sir. You are coming to speak to us for the second time, and I hope if we call on you before year runs out, you wouldn't say no to us.
I would not.
Thank you very much indeed. God bless you.
Thank you.
And on behalf of every one of us, the organizers of this program, want to say thank you to all of you on the platform tonight, all the way from Jamaica, from Nigeria, from Canada, from America, from the US, everywhere. I want to say thank you. And we do hope that you will enjoy the program. Thank you so very much indeed. God bless you all.